Now to the fun stuff. Let's go ahead, for you audience, unfortunately we didn't get questions from all of you, but you may have questions for the candidates. On the back tables you'll find index cards and pens. You may want to jot those questions down with a contact, name, phone number, email, and hand it to the candidate after the forum. That way they can get back to you with your concerns. So we'll move on with some questions. Candidates, number one question. Based on all the rumblings and grumblings nationwide, what do you see as the number one problem facing our country today?
Thank you. I see the number one problem is our economy, and I think everyone out here agrees with that. Washington, D.C. is broken. Here in Arkansas, we have a Revenue Stabilization Act. We have to operate in the black. We can't go and print money or borrow money. We set up in categories of funding so that if funding falls short, we can drop off on those categories and those projects and not fund them. And I think Washington, D.C. ought to be the same. They're handling our money, they're borrowing and going in debt, and we don't need that. We can't continue that. Our kids, our grandkids should not be strapped with these debts. We've got to turn that around. We've got to turn the economy around. I see that as the number one thing. In dealing with that also with the economy, we need to look at foreign trade and foreign problems too. We need to look at the trade deficit. We need to look at what other countries are doing, manipulating their currency. And we also need to look at their human rights issues in those countries that are producing products and sending them back here to the United States. So our economy, we need jobs, jobs, jobs here in the state of Arkansas. They need to come back. Thank you very much.
Well, I think that it's probably a several-fold issue that can be turned into that number one issue. We've got to look at making sure that we balance the federal budget, but at the same time, obviously understanding that job creation is indeed number one. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to understand that we are truly now in a global economy. When you consider that 95% of the world's population lives outside of this country, and that we have to do business around this world. And so we need to make sure that we can incent businesses not only in America, but more specifically in Arkansas, to meet those competitive global demands. But at the same time, we need to understand that because of the continued reckless spending that we've seen in Washington, I served 16 years in the Arkansas legislature, and I served finally as the fourth-ranking senator chair of the Senate Revenue Tax Committee. We understood that tax policy had to be created in such a way that you incent businesses to raise their head up and to invest. We all learned in the Econ 101 that with the hope of reward is a great risk. And so what we have seen most recently in our country, especially from the reckless policies from Washington, is that we have not incented businesses to create that demand. It is to create those jobs at the same time watching that debt.
What is the most serious problem facing the United States of America? Well, yeah, it is the economy. Yeah, it is the loss of jobs. Yes, there's a bunch of other things, but I think, and please don't misunderstand me, I don't pretend to be hyper-religious or anything, but I think the most fundamental problem in this country is the churches not being filled on Sunday mornings. Fewer and fewer people are getting up on Sundays and getting their kids to church. And I tell you, we definitely need God to help us more than ever if these mothers and daddies don't get up on Sunday morning and take the kids to church. Because they're not learning what they need to know about life. Oh, I'm sorry. There you go. I apologize. Well, I guess I'm not used to being with the mic in my hand. That's new to me. But I tell you what, I just know that if the moms and dads don't get up on Sunday morning and get these kids to church, it's going to be hell to pay. And I say that that's the most important thing facing this country. Well, it looks like my time's up, and I thank you.